Even if I did want to evacuate, where am I going? This is people trying to get out of Tampa. Gridlock.
Welcome to Nice Finance, and hopefully we can encourage each other to hang in there. If you haven't done so already, please consider liking the video, sharing the video, and also subscribing to this channel for more videos like this.
Even if I did want to evacuate, where am I going? This is people trying to get out of Tampa. Gridlock. I just saw a video of a woman that's been on the road for 4 hours. And in 4 hours, it's been bumper to bumper traffic. She only moved 60 miles. 60 miles in 4 hours. From Orlando, it takes about 3 hours to get to Miami, and that's over 200 miles. And you telling me that in 4 hours you ain't even. So the whole time you sitting in the car, you're burning gas. Okay. Soon, these gas stations are not going to have any more gas. I was born and raised in Miami, and we do hurricanes, and we never ever leave. And I lived like 20 minutes from the beach growing up. For the most part, I have all my necessities. I'm going to make a video tomorrow and show y'all where I'm sleeping. I have a decent sized walk-in closet, so we're just going to hunker down in there with the kitties, me and my daughter. And we have batteries. We have a one-eye butane stove. I cooked already today, so that food is freezing. We got water, and we're just going to ride it out. But I will definitely keep y'all posted. Now, I seen a lot of Florida peoples in my comment on my last post, and I didn't know so many of y'all were local. So definitely engage with this post. Let me know how you guys are doing. And if there's anything that we can do after this to help, let's do it. But y'all know how we do Floridians. Let's hunker down.
Y'all be like, y'all need to evacuate. Y'all need to evacuate. Do y'all got evacuation money? Because I can't afford my rent here. You think I can afford to go somewhere else? Like, it's not free to evacuate. Gas already high, and you talking about I need to get on the road, go somewhere, and I got to pay to go wherever I'm going. Like, what are y'all talking about? Evacuate. You're not taking it serious. Baby, my bank account, I guess not taking it serious because I can't afford that.
This is the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. You are in a mandatory evacuation zone. Please leave now. We anticipate
That is scary.
significant storm surge and intense wind moving into the area as the storm impacts our community. The time to leave is now.
Damn, that's scary as fuck.
Sheriff's Office. Mandatory evacuation has been ordered for your area. Please leave now. We anticipate
We leaving.
and potentially deadly impacts.
We leaving. People in Florida are being encouraged to evacuate ahead of Hurricane Milton, and I need to explain to y'all how difficult that is going to be so that when inevitably they're unable to do so, maybe, just maybe, y'all will have a little bit of fucking empathy. The Tampa airport is closing tomorrow at 9 a.m. If you cannot get a flight out before tomorrow at 9 a.m., you're not flying out. And these flights are incredibly expensive, and they're already full. If you have a car, you can try to drive out, but I am hearing that gas stations are running out of gas. And if you don't have a car, good luck finding one, because a lot of the rental cars were destroyed during Hurricane Helene just 2 weeks ago. But hey, maybe you're able to get a rental car, maybe you're able to start driving. You've got to drive all the way out of the state because there's nowhere to stay in the state. The hotels, the Airbnbs, they're all booked up. So you have to spend who knows how long on the road driving to Georgia or South Carolina, who, mind you, is also recovering from Hurricane Helene. From Tampa to Atlanta is normally an 8-hour drive. I would expect that to double. I would be shocked if that didn't take 16 hours today and tomorrow. And you got to make sure that you make it today and tomorrow because you don't want to be stuck on the highway during this storm. And that's just how difficult the logistics of evacuating in this moment are. That's not even getting into the cost of evacuating right now. A cost that a lot of these people probably can't afford because all of their shit was destroyed 2 weeks ago during Hurricane Helene. And these communities haven't had time to rebuild. I'm actually incredibly concerned because a lot of people whose homes were flooded, they've put all of their destroyed belongings out on the curb to be picked up. They haven't been picked up. So now we have all of these destroyed belongings sitting on the street, and a hurricane with winds over 100 miles an hour is about to blow through and blow all of that shit all over the place, destroying who knows what. Florida is in a very dire situation right now. I have friends who were already homeless after Helene, they've got nothing to lose, I guess, at this point. But that's the world these people are living in. So when you're judging them for not responding to this new storm the way you would have, please think about the fact that you have never had to deal with anything like this. And you should pray that you never have to. My family was supposed to go down to Sarasota next week to celebrate my mom's 60th birthday. We've had to cancel that trip because we don't know if our property will even be there next week. And we are lucky because that property is not a property that any of my family is currently living in full time. So we have a place to go. A lot of people do not have anywhere to go. And I just need to be very, very, very clear that this moment is caused by climate change. It has been alarming to me, the amount of climate change denial that I have seen on the internet recently. People being like, well, there's always storms. It's hurricane season. It's always like this. It is not always like this. It is not. The Gulf of Mexico is warmer than it's supposed to be, and that is making these storms stronger. Science is telling us this. I don't know why people have become so anti-science, but the science could not be more clear that climate change is the cause of these disasters. Anyway, please have empathy for the people in Florida and beyond who are going to be dealing with the impacts of this storm. If you are angry, please take that righteous anger and direct it towards the people who could actually do something right now. The House of Representatives is currently on recess, and Republican Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, is not going to go back into session so that FEMA can get more funding. If you are someone that is angry about FEMA response, go be angry at Republicans for cutting that funding. And while we're at it, be angry at those same Republicans for blocking climate legislation for years. And I'm not just talking about climate legislation that would reduce our emissions to tackle the climate crisis. I'm also talking about climate resiliency projects like building seawalls in our wetlands, which help weaken these hurricanes, which help communities withstand these hurricanes. Again, these are things that Republicans have been going after for years. And once this storm goes through, be ready to offer in support where you can. I will have lots of mutual aid resources to share, lots of GoFundMes to share after this storm. I promise you that.
What would you say to people tonight who are saying, you know what, I'm going to ride this out, I've ridden others out? What would you say to people who aren't heeding those evacuation orders?
Well, I can tell you right now that they may have done that in others. There's never been one like this. And this, Helene was a wake-up call. This is literally catastrophic. And I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Wow. I mean, that is an incredibly blunt message. And I know you have a lot of experience dealing with these storms. You don't say something like that lightly, Mayor.
I've never said that. And 10 to 12 foot surge. I mean, if this takes a jog to the south, that's going to save us from the storm surge. But it stays on the track that it's projected to be on.
Showcased in those videos, we are facing a time that we've never seen before in this country. We are all in this together, and we definitely should prepare and get ourselves ready because it could definitely get worse before it gets better.